Midnight light on a dim-lit screen, clicking through stories you wouldn't believe. Cold case trails and courtroom scenes, whispers from the grave and media dreams. Truth is stranger, hearts beat faster in the shadows of a news disaster. Scrolling deep where secrets hide, you found the stories time won't deny. Headstones and headlines, the tales collide. Justice and mystery, side by side. From backwoods clubs to breaking news lines, you shine a light where the silence lies. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Small town rumors and urban fear, a voice for the lost who can't speak here. Through every name, through every case, you hold the truth in a steady place. Cameras roll but justice lingers, truth unravels through careful fingers. You tell the story, speak their names in a world that's quick to look away. Headstones and headlines, the tales collide. Justice and mystery, side by side. From backwoods crimes to great night trials, you trace the echoes through every mile. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Some run from the dark, you walk right in with a question and a camera lens. It's not just a crime, it's the lives they led. The voice is still talking from the books unread. Headstones and headlines, the veil is thin. Truth gets louder when you begin. With every view, with every line, you bring the forgotten back alive. Oh, headstones and headlines, you dig where the truth won't die. Yeah, headstones and headlines, you tell the stories that time can't hide.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope your day is going well. Mine started out really good. I organized my closet, specifically my shoes, and I have way too many shoes. So I got rid of about half of them. I'm going to try to sell a few pairs of them because they are brand new, but others I'm going to donate. I got these, excuse me, I've been watching a lot of organizing videos on YouTube, and one of the organizers had these shoe, I don't even know what they're called. I'm going to find them. And so it kind of got me thinking, we should do a live about like organizational stuff. Here they are. It is just called the shoe organizer. And actually, before I share, let me sign out. I don't even know how to sign out. Okay, so I want to do this a different way. Okay, so this shoe organizer, I'm just going to show you a picture of it because I don't know how to sign out of Amazon. There I go. There I go. It's this plastic thing where you can change the top level. So like this one, obviously for high heels, you want it more of an angle. But for most of my shoes, I have it like on the lowest setting, and they're like these little ledges that you push and then get it. Anyways, I'm going to post pictures of what my closet looks like now on the bottom. I forgot to get a before picture of the whole bottom of the closet, but my closet is very small, and I had to put some of them sideways because my closet is only, I mean, these were probably about 12 inches long, so my closet's probably only 20 inches wide, or not wide, but like deep, I should say, deep. Another Heaven's Gate, no, but I saw it on an organizing thing. I said I'm going to try it. Oh, here's a better picture. Let me show you all this one. This one's a little bit better. So this is, so you have different levels. So you have like, you know, your flats. You could have it completely flat. You have sneakers. There's 3 total levels plus the base level. Like boots. I mean, the one thing I will say though is these must be small shoes, like small size. I wear a size 10, and my shoes were not as snug in here. Like some of them actually were over the plastic, but it still worked. So kudos to the organizer that I watched, and I can't remember who it was, but I have to figure it out. Yeah, so that's what I did this morning. I also put away, you know, clean clothes that have been just sitting in baskets. There's a few other things that I want to get done. Oh, and I vacuumed the entire, so the fosters that I have are in my front room, which my grandmother called a parlor. For me, it's just a storage room. It's for all the stuff where I don't know where to put it. It just goes there. So the kittens are in there now. So I vacuumed that today. And so I still have a few more things that I want to get done, but I'm so proud of myself for getting the shoes done, because it's too much. Too many shoes. So I did see Ninja was number 1. She got her rain back. KCG, thanks for being here. KCG says, I personally don't agree with 7M being a cult. He's wacky. This is the first time I've actually heard of Robert Shin, and I'm going to have to watch the documentary now, because I had not heard of the church. I haven't heard of him. I feel like maybe I may have seen him at some point, but when I saw the video today of the raid on his California home, I'm like, what is this TikTok cult? So we're gonna take a look at it, but we may have to dive a little bit deeper, because apparently this church, I think it's Shekinah Church, it isn't the first time they've been involved in controversy, so to speak. So it should be interesting. Hey, Nanny, thanks for being here. Sunnyside. Sinner, good to see you. Oh, Nanny, me too. And my goal this summer was to list so during C19, you know, we couldn't really go anywhere. And so I was on Facebook quite a bit back then. So I found these couple of boutiques where they were selling clothing from their homes, because, you know, their shops were closed. And I bought way too much during C19. I just went overboard, and most of the clothes still have tags on them. So my goal was to list them online, and I just haven't gotten it. But I said, I've got to do it. And I said to myself the other day, If you had just listed 5 every day, you would have been done by now. So I have to just keep that mindset, like just list 5. And then maybe I'll end up doing 10 or 20. But I do too. I have way too much. Way too much. Yeah, shoes, purses, bags. I cleaned out my purses a couple of weeks ago. Tote bags, like work bags. I'm just like, I haven't used it. Most of them I forgot I even had. So if I didn't remember they were there, I don't need it. I don't need it. All right, Manchichi, hi again. It is about a cult, Manchichi, but that's what I was talking about, what I did this morning. Hey, Truth Seeker, thanks for being here. Oh, really? You used to watch the girls dance? See, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so, but I'm not really a TikTok person. All right, so we are going to, so before we get into the alleged TikTok cult, there was an update in a case that I had covered 2 years ago. And it was a case in Ocala, Florida, where 6 friends were on a crime spree, and the 3 African-American kids shot and killed the 3 white kids. And they just were in court. 2 of them were in court. They took plea deals, which kind of, similar to Brian Koberger. Why wait this long before you take a plea? But it's interesting why it happened. Actually, some answers were actually given. So we're going to take a look at that quick. I'll probably cover that more in depth in a different live. Then we'll get into the alleged TikTok cult. And then I just have one other story. And then do you remember I just call it a lizard. I don't remember the exact name of it, but the lizard that went missing in Massachusetts. There is an update on the lizard. He has not been found, but he has been sighted in a different state, no less. And then we're going to end with something really fun that I was going to just put one video, but we're going to watch a few shorts about something that I saw the other day that I just think it's going to be great to end with. All right, Sunnyside, have a good one. Okay, so real quick, we're going to start with the case in Florida. So, and I actually thought only 2 of them had been sentenced. All 3 have been sentenced. So, all right. The youngest here, so there was a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, and a 12-year-old when it happened. And all 3 of them were sentenced.
Developing now, 2 teens will spend the rest of their lives in prison for a triple murder in Marion County. Robert Robinson was just sentenced.
Taj Bruden learned his punishment this morning. Both took a plea deal in the case. Fox 35's Marie Ettinger is hearing from the families of the people who were killed.
Family members spoke often through tears. The judge addressed these crimes too, calling them heinous and saying he didn't see any other possible sentence he could have given.
As painful as it is to say, I hope, may God forgive me, that the boys who did this are haunted every day by what they've done.
An emotional day in the courtroom, and gasps when new details came out about cell records showing the murders may have been premeditated.
If we bang Sosa and Layla, you have to shoot the in the trunk.
Wow. So this is why I want to cover this on a different live stream, because there were cameras in the courtroom during at least one of the sentencings. So I definitely want to take a look at that more closely. Yes, Nanny, I did.
You have to shoot the in the trunk.
Bruton was going to knock off Michael Hodo.
Did he explain to you what he thought that meant?
I believe he explained that to the other deputy or to the other detectives, but basically he said to kill him.
Court documents had revealed before the kids in this case were all riding around committing armed robberies. But up until now, we didn't know what led up to the shootings.
The why was because of wanting a firearm that Mr. Hodo had.
A family.
So it was over a firearm. They took the lives of 3 of their acquaintances, I'll call them, their acquaintances, because they wanted a firearm that one of them had.
A member of one of the victims explained Michael Hodo was dating Layla Silvernail. They were friends with Camille Quarles. Hodo had previously had some beef with the defendants in this case, Christopher Atkins, Taj Bruton, and Robert Robinson.
I asked him why he was friends with them. Again, his reply, "You don't understand. These Wall boys don't play. This is the only way I stay safe, is to be friends again."
Investigators say the 3 suspects and 3 victims were hanging out.
Wow. So the one victim had said, the only way I stay safe is to be friends again. And that ultimately is what caused him his life. That is really sad. Josh, thank you so much. Well, thank you twice. Happy year of being a member. Thanks for renewing. Appreciate that. And thank you for the gifted membership. So we have Road Rash, Oh Hell Michelle, Gerda, Firstly, and Katie K. Congratulations. If you happen to be here or in a chat with Josh, please thank him and welcome to the Stoners. I appreciate that. That was really kind.
These are all 16 and 17-year-olds we're talking about, except for one 12-year-old, Chris Atkins. Bruton shot and killed Hodo. Robinson shot and killed Silvernail. Then Atkins says Robinson threatened to kill him if he didn't shoot Quarles. She survived, so Robinson shot her a second time.
I have watched my son reflect on his actions with shame, regret, and heartbreak.
Robinson and Bruton both pleaded no contest. The judge says they'll spend the rest of their lives behind bars.
I'm not going to make excuses for it or blame anybody but myself. I just want to apologize.
Atkins pleaded guilty to murder and was sentenced to 40 years in prison, the mandatory minimum.
I think that is the best justice.
Which, I mean, so he was 12 when it happened. So he's probably 14 now. So he'll spend 40 years. Half his life he'll spend in prison. And the other two, I mean, even the other two, 16 and 17 at the time, so 18 and 19 now, they're going to spend the rest of their life in prison over a weapon. It doesn't make sense.
That we could have hoped for.
A psychologist also spoke, talking about how these are juveniles. Their brains aren't fully formed. That affects their ability to make decisions. Because they're juveniles, they will have the ability to appeal their sentence in 25 years. In Ocala, Marie Edinger, Fox 35 News.
So they will be able to appeal in 25 years. That's interesting. So I wanted to just give an update, but I definitely, as I said, want to do a live just on this. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Because this case, let me see. I know it was 2023, but let me look up. Let's see. Just trying to read quick to see if any of them say what month it was. But this case is, for those of you who follow Bullhorn Betty, and I was wrong, it is not Ocala. It is Ocklawaha, Florida. This case is where Bullhorn Betty said that some children should be euthanized. this was the case. Yes, the car, I don't think the car was in water per se, but it had been driven into the lake. Yeah. So it was, and one of the girls was in the trunk. Another girl was found near a dumpster. And then the boy, I don't remember about the boy where he was found. Yep. It was a really terrible case. But 2 years it took to get to this point. All right, so we're going to move to the alleged TikTok cult, although all of the headlines are saying TikTok cult. And actually, I wonder if, I don't know. I was going to show the trailer for the Netflix documentary, but I feel like Netflix might ding me even for just showing the trailer. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, Nanny, the boy was found along the side of the road. That does sound... Yeah. And the fact that... We'll talk about it more later, but the fact that, the one girl had been shot and she was still alive, so the kid said, do it again. Like, that's a lot. Okay, so this was in... I can't pronounce I guess it's a town, city very well. It is, I'm going to try. Tujunga, but I know it's Tuju Junga. So Tujunga, California, which is in LA. All right.
An FBI raid this morning at a Tujunga compound, possibly related to a TikTok dancing cult.
So we go from that incredible emotion to a bizarre story that's been featured in a Netflix documentary. Eyewitness News reporter Monica Deanda is live in Tujunga with the very latest. Monica?
Philip calling right now. We are on McCrory Street here in Tujunga, and I want you to take a look. This is where that search warrant was executed earlier today. You can see that black fence still knocked over from the activity that happened here this morning. On this property is Shekinah Church. This church was the subject of a 2024 Netflix documentary that faced allegations of manipulation, abuse, and was even accused of being a cult.
And what I found interesting is that it's now being, the warrant was for ST, money laundering, something to do with C-19. Like, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. Thank you, Cheese. Tujunga. I had a feeling that the J sounded like an H. Like, yeah.
Attention. Anyone inside?
You want that?
7744 McCrory Street. This is the Ohio Police Department. Come to the front door with your hands up. We have a search warrant.
I heard 2 loud bangs, like bang, bang.
Well, it's very scary. This place has always been curious to me.
Air 7 overhead this morning.
Interesting. She says, it's always been curious to me. Like, what's going on behind that gate?
Moments after the FBI, El Monte Police, and several other agencies made their way onto this property, executing a search warrant for money laundering and sex trafficking. At least 7 people were detained, some spotted sitting along this brick fence. Investigators seen loading possible evidence into this white truck.
I'm just being a looky-loo right now. I'm trying to figure out what the heck went on.
The address of this property comes back to Shekinah Church, which was at the center of a Netflix documentary called Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult. Former members accused the church leader of running a cult-like business via his talent management company, as well as his church. Most neighbors are well aware of that documentary and want to get to the bottom of this.
Disconcerting to think if I had kids, that would be awful, because he basically felt like he took these kids and then kind of brainwashed them.
One of the people featured on that documentary now reacting to what happened here today.
We've been dreaming about this day. We've been praying about this day, for the day that the beginning of where justice will be served for all the victims, and to hopefully prevent young people joining organizations like this.
And we've also learned the U.S. Postal Inspection Service was involved here at this search warrant that happened this morning. They tell us they can't comment much on the case right now because they want to protect the integrity of this investigation, but they are confirming that this is an active and ongoing case. Reporting in Tahunga, Monica de Anda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Monica, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I was muted. And I wasn't looking at my phone until just now. All right, so let's start that again. I don't even know why I muted. That's weird. All right, let's start again. Hey, Thunder, thanks for being here. All right. So, who is Robert Shin, TikTok cult leader whose home was raided in federal ST probe? And this occurred on Friday. Investigators from at least 4 federal agencies raided a California home Friday linked to mysterious TikTok cult pastor Robert Shin, the founder of a so-called talent agency that allegedly exploited amateur dancers with promises of TikTok stardom. A handful of people were led away from the home, located in Los Angeles' Tujunga neighborhood, in handcuffs after FBI, IRS, U.S. Postal Service, and Labor Department agents swooped in on the residence. However, it was unclear if Shin, 87, who has been likened to a cult leader, was among them. So who exactly is Shin? And I will say, I didn't realize he was 87. In all of the photos I've seen of him, he does not look that old. Although I don't know how old those photos were. So who exactly is he? In 1994, he founded the Shekinah Church, a Christian congregation recently profiled in Netflix's documentary series Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult that initially served as a house of worship for Korean Americans in LA. Shin also owns 7M Films and is associated with several other California businesses, including Shin Entertainment Corp., IP Random Film, IHD Studio, and Glory Bag Records. And this photo says he may be worth $15 million. He is a pastor. He shares ownership of the home that was raided Friday with multiple people. A self-proclaimed man of God, Shin is alleged to have lured dancers to sign with his talent agency, 7M Films. He allegedly assured them he could turn them into TikTok sensations. Instead, Shin allegedly financially and physically manipulated and abused the dancers, encouraging some of them to disown their families. Other dancers have accused Shin of SA. The church allegedly encouraged members to surrender their time and money in support of its mission to save 1 billion souls from damnation. What? The warrant served at the house Friday involved allegations of ST, money laundering, mail fraud. Okay, so that makes sense why the USPS was there. Tax evasion, why the IRS was there, and C-19 related fraud. Still, others were forced to join the Shekinah Church and later served as recruiters for 7M. Shin, who is married to Hannah Shin, has previously denied claims that the Shekinah Church and 7M are affiliated. The Canada-born Shin is estimated to be worth $15 million. One of his children, singer-songwriter Chloe Shin, defected from the church in 2022 with her husband, Daniel Joseph, which added that he also has 2 sons, Conrad and Isaiah. Her music has appeared on reality shows like Queer Eye and The Real Housewives, as well as the movie Random Encounters, a 2013 film starring Meghan Markle, that was produced by her father. Interesting. Several former dancers and ex-members of the Shekinah Church teamed up to sue Shin in 2022. The lawsuit alleges exploitation and labor law violations by the church and Shin and remains active. In 2009, a woman named Lydia Chung sued Shin, alleging he forced her to turn over $3.8 million in assets through, quote, undue influence, mind control, coercive persuasion, oppression, and other intimidating tactics, end quote. She also said the church made her work 6 days a week but never paid her. A judge ultimately ruled against her. Interesting. In 2011, Jung-hee Lee, a former Shekinah member, sued Shin for allegedly forcing her to work full-time for only $30 weekly stipend. She won that case, and Shin was ordered to pay her the compensation she should have received. Shin himself filed a defamation lawsuit against several former church members after they referred to the organization as a cult, according to CNN. Oh, let's click on this and see what this says. CNN is getting wacky with their ads too. Okay, so this is from May. So let's go to this quick. A new Netflix docuseries unravels what it calls a cult for TikTok dancers. All right, so this photo, Melanie Wilking, an LA-based dancer, rose up in the TikTok dance community with her sister, Miranda. After claims in 2022 that Miranda was being controlled by her talent management company, founded by a pastor, Netflix has released an explosive documentary about the organization. Hey, Sipan, thanks for being here. All right, so let me get to chat quick. KCG says this is so... Oh, shoot. You guys are going to... StreamYard. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's... Yep, and there goes my background. You know, I heard someone else, I don't know who it was, but somebody else was saying about how, you know, we're paying for StreamYard and it just constantly does not work. Constantly. It, you know, the screen sharing always fails. I mean, we didn't have any sound, but still. ACG says, this is upsetting me because this was penned with conspiracy theories. And I think with, you know, I would, at least in my opinion, the conspiracy theories comes with the alleged happenings. But there had to be some relevance if, you know, federal agents were able to get a search warrant for his home. Yeah, sounds like Scientology. Or what was the one? There was another one recently. What was it? It starts with an M. Maxon, something like that. No, I don't think it was. It was the NXIVM. I just looked it up. Nexum? Is that how they pronounced it? Nexum? Something like that? It kind of reminds me of that as I'm reading through this. I don't know. And it makes you wonder, though, because, you know, kind of like KCG said, because where are all the other lawsuits? Like, where are all the other... Unless, you know, they're still being brainwashed and they're scared. Nexium, thank you. Nexium. Yeah, this is very interesting. I will say, very interesting. So over 2 years ago, and this article was from 2024, I believe. Yes, May 2024, so just over a year ago. Over 2 years ago, a 40-minute long public plea made an Instagram Live rippled across social media. In the video, TikTok dancer Melanie Wilking and her parents claim they had lost all contact with her 25-year-old sister, Miranda, now Miranda Derrick, to a, quote, religious organization, and that she was, quote, no longer in control of her life. Melanie and Miranda had performed together as the Wilking sisters, but the family said Derrick had disappeared from their lives. She was still living in the public eye, however, including announcing a marriage to fellow dancer James Derrick, known as B-Dash. Until then, it's unlikely that Derrick's millions of followers would have noticed anything amiss based on her social media accounts. The LA-based dancer was regularly posting feel-good, polished videos of modern choreography to throwbacks hits with B-Dash and a small-knit group of fellow dancers and creators. She had walked the red carpet at the American Music Awards in November 2021, and just days before her family shared their video message appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Okay, so this is Melanie and Miranda Derrick. So this is Melanie, and then Miranda is the one on the right. This must be B-Dash. Yes, the Wilkins sisters made videos with fellow dancer James B-Dash Derrick before he and Miranda became involved with 7M Films and got married. Hey, Gerda. Good to see you. But in the time since, reports from multiple publications, including The Cut and Rolling Stone, as well as an ongoing lawsuit and now a Netflix documentary, have revealed troubling claims about the mysterious religious organization the Derricks joined and how it allegedly doubles as a talent management company called 7M Films. In the new 3-part docuseries Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, the Wilking family is joined by a handful of dancers formerly represented by 7M Films, who are in civil litigation with its co-owner and CEO, Robert Shin, to speak up about their experiences. They include Kevin Concrete Davis, who rose to fame in the dance community alongside B-Dash, Aubrey Fisher, and Kylie Douglas. Davis, Fisher, and Douglas collaborated with the Derricks regularly on dance videos during their time with 7M, and had amassed millions of combined followers across TikTok and Instagram. My question is, why would you need to go to this guy, this Robert Shin, to make dance videos on TikTok? I mean, I don't really understand the whole TikTok thing, but oh, really, Gerda? You watched this on Netflix? It's terrible. I was actually going to go watch it just so I could get more insight, but okay. They're good, but they all do the same dance moves to every different song, which are all old songs. Could be way, way better. Interesting. Yeah, the Nexium weirdo ran that. So gross. The Bronfman family started it. They're an Illuminati family. Yeah, that was wacky too. All these wacky things. Okay, Miranda's outfits are the only reason I followed for as long as I did. Oh, really, Truth Seeker? You used to watch them? All right, let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay. Shin, an LA pastor whose son Isaiah Shin films the Derricks' content, founded 7M alongside his long-running Shekinah Church. Dancing for the Devil asserts the two entities are one and the same, with Shin and his wife Hannah enriching themselves from their church members and talent while isolating them from their previous lives. 7M Films made a public statement in 2022 asserting that it is, quote, operated separately and apart, end quote, from Shekinah Church. According to the series, which also features former members of the church, Shin first began Shekinah as a religious community for Korean Americans, then founded 7M as an offshoot business for internet famous dancers, promising them fame and wealth in addition to religious salvation. First-hand accounts and recordings of Shin's sermons detail how he asked members to, quote, die to their families or cut them off in order to save their loved ones in the afterlife. Wilking, too, had attended dinners hosted by Shin along with her sister, but sensing red flags, she declined to go to his invite-only church services, she explained in the series. So that Kylie Douglas is one of the dancers who left 7M. She is now part of a group of dancers and ex-church members in civil litigation with Shin and its entities. So, and maybe, you know, those of you who've seen the documentary or, you know more about this, were they able to just leave? I mean, based on this, they're not saying anything about whether or not it was easy for them to escape, if it is a cult, allegedly, as it is being called now. It was an opportunity to tell a story in real time, an active story that was still unfolding in front of our eyes, said the docuseries' director, Derek Donning, in a video interview with CNN. Before we started shooting, the featured dancers were still in the organization. Many of the people who became subjects in the show were people that we didn't ever really know if we'd get the opportunity to meet and talk to and feature. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of this about the sisters. I thought there would be more about... Okay, so now the Lee sisters are now in litigation with Shin and are still coming to terms with how their lives were impacted by the church. So we have these two, which the one did speak to reporters. It says, okay, so here is B Dash. What was her name? She's Miranda. Yes, Miranda. She does look familiar, though. Okay, so let's go back to our clips. And I think this next clip, it does have it. Yeah, I think it's this one. It does sound like there are gunshots, but I believe it's just the flashbangs. This is wild. Okay, she's on YouTube Shorts. So that maybe I have seen her. That's probably where I've seen her. Truth Seeker says, oh, here. It's so sad. The sister knew it was a cult. Sipanon says, the sister was devastated. I felt bad for her. Miranda just threw her away. That's a good point too, KCG. Maybe, you know, maybe because Miranda married an African American. I mean, it could be anything, but it'll be interesting. I definitely need to look into this more. Okay, so Sipanon said she could get out but didn't want to. Sipanon also says, I think everybody but her parents knew it was a race issue. Oh, good, Truth Seeker. Thank you. Interesting. This is craziness. And so here you can see the people being detained here. And so this is this an entire, I had asked this at the beginning, but is this an entire compound? It's hard to tell in some of the footage.
Out of this, a quiet Tahunga neighborhood rocked by flashbangs. Federal agents storm a property tied to the shocking allegations of sex trafficking. That dramatic raid today tied to an alleged TikTok cult.
Fox 11's Gina Silva. She joins us now live in Tahunga with more there. Gina?
Well, it may have started as a Netflix documentary.
Twitch. I have heard of Twitch. Yes. I have heard of him.
But now it is a full-blown federal investigation. Now, right behind me, this property is usually closed up tight every single day, but today, federal agents ran through that gate.
Attention, anyone inside? Come to the front door with your hands up. We have a search warrant.
It sounded like gunshots to me.
In the early morning hours, local and federal law enforcement arrived in this quiet Tahunga neighborhood to serve a search warrant, alleging sex trafficking, money laundering, tax evasion, mail fraud, and COVID-19 pandemic-related fraud.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean,
odd.
It's really, really creepy, and this is a really great, quiet little community, and a lot of families.
They must have rammed the gate to get in there. Look at that.
The front gate of the property lies mangled and twisted, clear evidence of a forced entry. Sky Fox captured video of 5 people in handcuffs. This is the same location tied.
And that woman, she looks older. This woman here.
To Shekinah Church and 7M Films, both at the center of serious allegations in a Netflix documentary released in May 2024.
7M, an entertainment company founded by Robert Shin, who's also the pastor of LA-based Shekinah Church.
The documentary, titled Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, alleges emotional and psychological manipulation.
It started out fairly innocuous, but
And that's crazy. I would have never known, like, just kind of going back, you see these people, dancing on TikTok. You would never know that they could be a part of an organization or, in this case, an alleged cult. Like, I think, oh, they're just, 2 kids dancing in their kitchen. This is wild. And I keep saying that, but
really innocuous, but the control slowly grew.
We feel liberated. We feel that finally maybe there's a chance for justice to be served.
Melanie Lee joined Shekinah Church at 15 and left in her 20s. She accuses Pastor Shin of abuse and running the group as a cult. After years of urging law enforcement to investigate, she now says she feels vindicated.
I know for a fact that they will find things that he's done that are, evil, and he's a criminal. I can definitely say that, whatever's coming for him, he deserves it.
Right now, the search warrant is sealed, so we don't have an idea as to what the agents were looking for at this specific property. But former members say whatever it is, they're confident the agents will find it. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
How long, Gina, have federal investigators been working this case?
The documentary came out in May of 2024. We don't know how long ago this investigation started, and like I said, the search warrant is still sealed, so we don't know the details. But the former member we spoke with has been part of the investigation, and she says that they've been working very hard on this for quite some time. She didn't give me a timeline.
Gina Silva, thank you for your reporting.
Okay, so I did just Google Twitch and 7M Films because I was curious, and I couldn't find any articles, but according to Google, Stephen Twitch Boss, a well-known dancer and TV personality who passed away by suicide in December 2022, his death is not linked to the allegations or controversies surrounding 7M Films or the Shekinah Church. Oh, and New York Times has an article. So let's go to the New York Times and see what it says. So Stephen Boss, dancer and reality TV star known as Twitch, dies at 40. Mr. Boss spent 9 years with the Ellen DeGeneres Show as DJ, guest host, and eventually an executive producer. Wow. Stephen Boss, a charismatic hip-hop dancer and television personality known as Twitch, who rose to fame on the reality show So You Think You Can Dance before becoming a regular on the Ellen DeGeneres show, died on Tuesday in a motel room in LA. He was 40. The death was ruled a suicide by the LA County Medical Examiner's Office. Mr. Boss joined So You Think You Can Dance in 2008 as a 25-year-old with a talent for popping, a dance form associated with hip-hop that involves isolating parts of the body with a staccato rhythm, and an ability to make the judges burst into laughter with his facial expressions and theatrics. He soon found himself dancing unfamiliar styles like the waltz and the tango on national television, and he finished the show's 4th season as runner-up. Later on in the series, Mr. Boss performed a hip-hop duet with Ellen DeGeneres, featuring him as a therapist in a sweater vest and her as his client that would end up shaping the rest of his career. As a bubbly presence on TV who liked to wear a fedora and often broke into dance, Mr. Boss spent nearly a decade with the Ellen DeGeneres Show as DJ, guest host, and eventually executive producer. In a statement, Ms. DeGeneres said she was heartbroken over the death, calling Mr. Boss pure love and light. Stephen Laurel Boss was born on September 29, 1982 in Montgomery, Alabama. He started dancing as a teenager and earned the nickname Twitch because he could not stop moving in school or in church. Interesting. Dance constitutes a lot of the conversation that I have, Mr. Boss told the website Collider in 2014. Well, I'm not a ridiculous wordsmith and I can't clearly verbalize the things that I'm feeling sometimes. I'd say that I can emote how I feel by dancing 100% of the time and fearlessly at that. All right, so it just talks about, he also competed on Star Search and the MTV show The Wade Robson Project. He planned to join the Navy if he had not been chosen for So You Think You Can Dance. It's interesting. All right, so I'm just kind of scrolling because I wanted to see if it mentioned anything, and it doesn't mention anything about 7M. So actually, let me look up his actual name. So let me put in Stephen Boss. Yeah, it's not showing anything. I thought maybe an article somewhere would have mentioned, Twitch being a part of it. All right, so I have one last clip. This year kind of church. Okay, before it went bad.
We begin with breaking news from Tujunga. Federal authorities have served search warrants at a home tied to the Netflix documentary Dancing for the Devil about an alleged cult.
Yes, several people were seen in handcuffs during the operation. KTLA5's Kimberly Chang live now in Tujunga with details on the investigation. Kimberly.
Wasn't working.
Hi, and just a few moments ago, we saw a caravan of vehicles leaving this property, 10 from what I could count. If you take a look behind me, you can see the gate is knocked down. This is on the 7700 block of McGroarty Street in Tujunga. It was raided earlier this morning. This is where a search warrant was served. Now, take a look. Sky 5 overhead this morning, and we could see several people apparently being detained on the property. Now, sources confirmed to me that this property is owned by Robert Shin and is the same home featured in a Netflix documentary called Dancing for the Devil.
And I'm assuming that only those 5 people were in the home. Unless there were more people, because it looks like there's a woman sitting here, but I would assume that those detained are the only ones that were in the home.
It's also well known among neighbors who told me that more than a year ago, flyers were passed around letting them know about the serious allegations involved and telling them to look up that information. Now, neighbors say early this morning they saw a large law enforcement presence. They say authorities broke through the gate to enter. The FBI, sheriff's personnel were part of this operation. And according to El Monte police, the search warrant was served and involved allegations of tax evasion, sex trafficking, mail fraud, and money laundering. The Postal Service and FBI are leading this investigation. Now, it's not clear if there's a connection, but the home, as I mentioned, was featured in a Netflix documentary called Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok Cult, which focuses on TikTok dancers who join a management company and its associated church. The film accuses Shin of running a cult via his talent management company 7M Films, as well as his church, Shekinah Church, where he serves as a pastor. Last year, 7M Films denied the allegations in the film and called the documentary a slanderous work of fiction and said the company was taking legal action. Earlier, we spoke with a former dancer from the documentary. Take a listen.
We're very happy. I mean, it's been a long time coming. And we hope that justice is served and that people responsible for hurting a lot of people, over the years end up in jail.
Now, an attorney representing plaintiffs who sued Shin sent KTLA a statement saying, in part, regarding this search warrant, we are gratified that the federal government is investigating Robert Shin and look forward to our clients and his victims receiving the justice they deserve. She said the trial is set to begin October 27th. And back here live again, you are looking
October
at
27th.
gate, which was knocked down during this raid earlier this morning. Again, several vehicles left the property. We haven't seen much activity since. At this point, it's not clear how many people were arrested. We have reached out to the FBI for comment and more information, and we'll let you know when we hear back. For now, reporting live into Hunga, Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News.
KCG says this sounds like he's got some undocumented folks to take care of. That I do not know. I do not know. And I just looked to see if there was an update or anything, and there hasn't been anything updated. What is this? I don't know what this source is. Okay, so this, let's share this. So this is, they must be ahead. This is the Express Tribune, and it has July 28th date. Oh, Pakistan. Okay. It isn't. How interesting that Pakistan, a Pakistani news source, is also reporting on this. So, feds raid TikTok cult pastor Robert Shin's home amid ST allegations. This says no arrests have been made yet. So the home, located at 7744 McRory Street, was searched at 6 a.m. by officials from the FBI, U.S. Postal Inspection Service, and El Monte Police Department SWAT. According to authorities, the sealed warrant includes accusations of ST, mail fraud, tax evasion, money laundering, and pandemic-related schemes. I mean, clearly, I would assume something's going on if there's that much being accused. Oh, thank you, KCG. These guys filed defamation lawsuits for WOACB and have been in court since 2022. U.S. Postal Inspection Service is working closely with our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners on this ongoing investigation, said Postal Inspector Patricia Mendoza. This remains an active case. Robert Shin is the founder of the Shekinah Church and CEO of 7M Films, a management company that recruits dancers and influencers. In the Netflix docuseries, several former members accused Shin of coercion, financial exploitation, and unwanted sexual advances. Allegations in Dancing for the Devil included claims that Shin exercised extreme control over the dancers' lives, managing their money, housing, relationships, and careers. Some also described experiences of grooming and psychological manipulation. Despite the raid, no arrests have been made as of Friday afternoon, and federal officials have not confirmed if charges will follow. The investigation remains ongoing. Oh, and that was it. Okay. So that is all there is. One thing I found interesting is that last month, not last year, there was an Iowa church, the Shekinah Glory Camp, that had 88 children removed from it. So we're gonna take a look at this, and then we will move on to the next story. All right, so if we go here, so this, what is this? KCCI Des Moines. So Iowa church leaders dispute claims that children were harmed after 88 kids removed from camp. Fredonia, Iowa. The organizations of a religious camp in southeastern Iowa, where 88 children were removed last week, said no one was harmed on the property. Louisa County Sheriff's Office said they removed the children after reports of child abuse and endangerment were made at the Shekinah Glory Camp of the Kingdom Ministry of Rehabilitation and Recreation in Fredonia. According to the church's website, the Shekinah Glory Camp was scheduled for June 8th to the 29th in Columbus Junction. It was cut short after law enforcement searched the property on the June 12th and June 13th. That didn't make any sense. Authorities removed the children from the camp and placed them in temporary protective custody because many of them were from out of state. All of the children have been reunited with their families. Law enforcement is now conducting a human trafficking investigation. However, the church's minister's son claims the children were never in danger. He said no one from the church was arrested and blames the search on a call to police that one child made because they did not want to be there. We never harmed the child that called police. We loved him. We bought him shoes. We bought him like $400 shoes, clothing, everything, Victor Bowie said. So I just found this interesting because it's not necessarily connected to Robert Shin, but the Shekinah Church is national. Like, they have churches everywhere. And the fact that they removed 88 kids, and this doesn't make any sense to me. The minister's son said, we didn't harm them, but we bought him $400 shoes. What? Why would you buy someone $400 shoes at a church summer camp? Is my question. That seems bizarre. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at one of the...
The Gas Demand Response Program is an offering from National Grid that's looking to reduce natural gas consumption during high demand periods. And by doing so, customers get monetary incentive.
Right now, State Representative Taylor Collins says nearly 100 kids who were removed from a religious camp in southeast Iowa last week are back with their families.
It happened at Shekinah Glory Camp of the Kingdom Ministry Rehabilitation and Recreation in Louisa County. The Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation worked with the Columbus Junction Police Department on a child protective custody operation Thursday. This was.
And my thing is, so the minister's son is saying the reason this happened is because a kid who wanted to go home called police. But I would imagine that if he just called because he wanted to go home and there was no evidence that things were amiss, why would law enforcement have removed all of the children at that camp? And maybe the kid wanted to go home because they were being creepy or something. I don't know.
It's done at 2 locations in Columbus Junction and the Fredonia areas. Investigators say there were reports of child abuse and endangerment, but no specific details were released.
Notice it says reports of child abuse and endangerment, not a report. Reports, numerous.
88 children met with child protection workers before returning to their families. The church's website says the camp was scheduled to run June 8th until the 29th. It is not clear if anyone has been charged.
Oh, so pretty much what I just read. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to stop sharing it. Dang it. So, and there goes my background again. Like, I don't understand what the deal is here. I don't understand what the deal is. So, just very interesting for sure. And I will definitely keep an eye on this because we'll just have to watch and see what happens. So we're going to kind of move. I have just a couple of different stories. We're going to move on. This was one that I had seen several days ago, and I just didn't get to it because we were reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving an FUCK last week. And this, just the title is what interested me. The thumbnail says, "You expletive with the wrong girl," which I believe probably said you effed with the wrong girl. Lake County home vandalized, destroyed by excavator, deputies say. Oh, are you a truth seeker? Missing Native women. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, they go unnoticed. And I know, yeah. All right, so I haven't watched this yet. So
On
I'm
at 5, Lake County deputies are trying to figure out what happened to this mobile home near Claremont. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. The home was vandalized by some heavy equipment. Now, it happened early this morning on Pine Island Road. And Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie is live in that area right now with the very latest on this story. So, Hannah, at this point, do we have any idea what happened here?
Well, John, Luann, this is the kind of destruction we're used to seeing with tornadoes, hurricanes, an explosion even. Fortunately, we are told no one was inside at the time of all this. But to answer your question, according to law enforcement, they have no leads on who did this or why. There may be a clue, though. There is a man's name spray painted on the other side of the home. So I looked that man up and I found him. He is a local here in the Claremont area. He's an elderly man. He tells me he just got out of the hospital. He also told me that he owns this piece of property, but he let a woman he knows move this trailer here and live here rent free. Now he says himself, law enforcement, that woman's family are all trying to track her down, but no one seems to know where she is or if she had anything to do with what happened here this morning.
Wow. So this poor guy was in the hospital, and a home he allowed this woman to live in, well, to move there and live in, the the whole, this is crazy too.
Home sweet home? No longer. This trailer now torn to pieces. Skyfox drone getting a bird's eye.
Oh my God, they did it on both sides. And you can see where the excavator bucket went through. It just kind of went, whoop, 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 whoop. What?
View of the damage. A bed frame teetering over the edge. This chair now sitting in the front yard. Have you ever seen a scene like this before?
I have not seen a scene like this before.
It looks like it's been completely vandalized, like completely destroyed. Like somebody has smashed it to pieces.
Lake County deputies were called to Pine Island and Monte Vista roads just after 7 a.m. Friday. Deputy Stephanie Early says someone did this with some sort of heavy machinery.
Whoever did this is really angry. I hope I don't.
You think? Definitely angry. Oh my God.
Meet up.
Neighbors like Joe Burgess stopping by to catch a glimpse.
Makes me sick to my stomach.
Perplexed by it all, Bob Reese checks out the choice words spray painted on the side of the home.
Wow, you effed with wrong girl. Does it say Superman? Ooh, these close. Superman. And I don't know what this bottom part
You
says.
With wrong girl. I think it says Supermom and then Ped.
Evidence mark.
Ooh, Supermom and Ped?
Markers now litter the yard, several positioned around large tire tracks. Kaylin Kurtzinger tells us she's seen construction equipment on the property.
The excavator has been there for months. It's not there now, but it has been there for a while.
It's not just the house. The destruction extends to this Ford Expedition.
Oh my
The
God.
roof was smashed in and broken windows by heavy equipment.
A woman's dress hanging on the side mirror. Nearby, some more cryptic handwritten.
Like, did someone have like a mental break? So it says LSD 4. I killed someone drunk, driving, still driving. Then it's blurred out. I have something. Oh, money maybe? Because then it says RE something. All my money is dirty. Ped.
Notes.
It looks like it could be some sort of revenge. Do we know anything about that? I don't have any information at this time.
Now, again, we're told no one was inside during all of this, so no injuries have been reported. Of course, you can count on Fox 35 to keep you updated as soon as we learn anything else about this developing story. Live in Lake County, I'm Hannah McKenzie.
Jeez. And I did find, so as that was playing, I did find this is from West 2. It's pretty wild. Investigation into destruction of Claremont home continues. A mobile home along Pine Island Road in unincorporated Claremont has become an eyesore after it was found completely destroyed early Friday morning, according to the Lake County Sheriff's Office. There was a house that's there. That looks like it's been completely vandalized, like completely destroyed, one 911 caller said. Neighbors say the home looked well kept just the day before. It had nice siding put on and all, right on that pond there. It looks nice, and this morning it was just wiped out. A message spray painted on the side of the home suggested a motive, telling someone explicitly they, quote, messed with the wrong woman. It's pretty wild that something like this would happen. Deputies say the home belongs to Nicole Greiner, who was considered missing but has since been found safe. Her SUV was also left at the scene badly damaged. Investigators say prior to being found, Greiner was last seen Thursday with her boyfriend, Nicholas DeWitt, in a green pickup truck. It's unclear why DeWitt was not... That doesn't make any sense either. It's unclear why DeWitt was not did was not been listed as missing. That makes no sense. Neighbor Randy Britton says he's seen an excavator on the property before. Somebody else saw it and showed the deputy a video or something like that. People living nearby hope deputies will figure out who's responsible for the destruction. Somebody's really ticked off at somebody. Obviously, it was done on purpose. The Lake County Sheriff's Office has not said if any criminal charges are expected. Wesh will update the story as more information becomes available. Very interesting indeed. And I mean, I've heard of, keying someone's car, or I don't know, maybe like bashing their vehicle lights in, but to take an excavator to the home, that's something special. So Chopper 2 was able to see a message written on the side of the home that says a man's name and you effed with the wrong girl. Deputies responded to the vandalism call around 7 a.m. Friday near Pine Island and Monte Vista roads. When the deputies arrived, there was no excavator present. It appears that both sides of the residence were struck by heavy equipment. A Ford Expedition was also damaged by heavy equipment, including a smashed roof and broken windows. CrimeLine's mission is to increase the safety of the Central Florida community by assisting law enforcement agencies in removing undesirable individuals from the community, according to its mission statement. Call CrimeLine at 800-423-TIPS, or you can leave a tip online. Tips that lead to the felony arrest of suspects and or the recovery of stolen property and drugs may be eligible for cash rewards of up to $1,000. All tips eligible for a reward are paid to tipsters using an anonymous process. Central Florida CrimeLine began in July of 1977, originally named Crime Watch, modeled after the first Crime Stoppers program founded in Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so I have two more things for us today. The next story is an update to the water monitor that went missing in Massachusetts. The owner had someone house sitting for them, and the person house sitting left an upstairs, a second floor window open, to which the water monitor escaped. And the water monitor has been spotted in Connecticut. So we're going to do a quick update on this, and then I have one last thing for us that has to do with bears and trampolines. Bears and trampolines.
We have an update on that lizard on the loose. Police say it has been spotted in Connecticut. Police in Thompson posted to Facebook that the missing water monitor had been seen in the Little Pond area. The lizard named Goose escaped last week from a home in Webster by jumping out of a second floor window. Thompson police say they are working with a reptile specialist, and it's important that anyone who sees the lizard report it right away.
And I mean, so that was, when did he first go missing? Missing water monitor. Oh my gosh, some of these titles. Webster water monitor crosses state lines into Connecticut. Lizard on the loose. Let's see. Okay, so he was reported missing on Friday, July 19th. And it says he was spotted in Thompson, Connecticut. But it doesn't say I wish it hits, oh, from Webster. Let me look up the distance. So we have Webster, Massachusetts to Thompson, Connecticut. 9 miles. 9 miles. Hopefully they'll be able to find him. I mean, and it's amazing that he's survived this long, I think. All right, so we have one last thing that I want to show everyone. So hopefully they find Goose. So the last thing I want to show is, I was going to show one single video, but apparently bears like jumping on trampolines. I had seen on Facebook the other day, there was a video of a bear that was jumping on a trampoline. So, of course, as you know, because I watched that, other videos of bears on trampolines show up. And so I figured we would just watch a couple of shorts of bears jumping on trampolines, and then we will call it a day. We will call it a day. I mean, the fact that he just walked up, jumped a couple times, and was like, okay, I'm done, and walked, well, he jumped off, hopped off. Pretty cool. I mean, it's just, okay. So that was that one. So we're now already to another one. This one I think is a baby. Yep, look at the baby. Oh my God, it's so cute. Can you imagine? And there's a person out there. What? I didn't notice that the first time. You can see the person's shadow. Like, nobody. I mean, thankfully the little guy took off, but that is so cute. All right, a couple more. This guy really liked it. This is the one I initially saw. And I wonder if they had a camera there because they had a feeling that something was jumping on the trampoline. Like maybe it was getting ripped up or there were like, you know, gashes or holes. Like, why else would... I find it interesting that they have the camera right on the trampoline. But this bear was having a good old time. One more time. I don't know what I would do if I saw that. Oh my gosh, this one actually got in the netting.
Well, Barry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, he doesn't know how to get out now. What? That can't be real. That isn't a real bear. No, that's AI, I think. No.
Well, a very unusual sight in Port Coquitlam where some unexpected visitors took an interest in a backyard trampoline. Global BC viewers spotted a pair of bears wandering into his neighbor's backyard and captured the two on video climbing all over the trampoline. The curious creatures appeared to have broken a part of the safety netting while climbing up, scratching holes.
Okay, they're no fun. We want the ones
we skip to the good.
That must be it. Okay, that's all of them. But yeah, the AI stuff. Even, what was it, Pookie, that you shared with me the other day? And I'm like, that's AI. That's not real. And it's, some things look real, like they do truly look real, but then there's something else that you look at and it's like, no, that's fake. That's, oh, and there goes my background again. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Oh well, we'll just stay dark in the back. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for being here. That's all I have for us today. I'm very intrigued with the whole 7M Films and Shekinah Church. What's going to happen here? Where is Robert Shin? Was he one of those who were detained? We'll have to see. So have a great rest of your day. Be sure that your notifications are on because you never know when I'll decide to go live next. I definitely am going to do a live tomorrow related to the case in Florida with the 3 juveniles that have been sentenced. We'll kind of look at the case again a little bit and then go from there. Don't forget on my community page, there is a poll on what book you'd like to read next month. There is Idiot, Unf Yourself, and 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life. Last time I checked, Unf Yourself was in the lead, so definitely vote if you haven't. If you are watching on the replay and have made it this far, hashtag replay. Amber, there was a family of raccoons I watched yesterday doing the same. Really? Hold on. I just want to look that up real quick. Raccoons on a trampoline. I'm putting together a short of my Ring Cam had animal alerts. And I looked and a raccoon was trying to get into the cat house. And then he was trying to get into my house, trying to see how he could get in. And I was like, nope. Let's see. Raccoons on trampoline. Oh, somebody else was searching for it because it's the first thing that came. Oh my God. Stop it. This might be the, maybe this is the one you saw. All right. Oops. Let me share first. So it says raccoons energetically jumping and playing on backyard trampoline. I wonder if they climbed up the safety net and then jumped in, or if they somehow made a hole. I don't know. See, some of this stuff doesn't. Oh, here's one. Let's see what this is. I don't know. With AI, I don't know how much of this I believe. Oh, look at this one. I don't think this one is real. That one looks like AI. I don't know. Is that the one that you saw, Amber? The one I showed? Oh, there's the bear again. Oh my gosh, here's an actual video of raccoons on a trampoline. Oh, but they're just hanging out. Okay. All right, well, thanks for sharing that. That was cute. I'm skeptical of everything now because of AI. Okay, those don't look real like the one I saw. Okay. All right, that's different. I'll have to look. I'm just going to write a note. And then I was thinking too, that one live that I did on animals, the one, I don't even remember what we were supposed to talk about, but then we started just talking about different kinds of animals. I definitely want to do one like that again. All right, y'all. So I'm really going this time. Have a great night. If I don't see you on these YouTube streets, I will see y'all on the flip side.
You have one shot on stage, what you got to play. Generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this song. You haters can sing along or go back where you belong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on. Cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song. comes on, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad. Come on baby, bring it back. I'm so gone, faded off a 30 rack. She's so on like a light switch, flirting back. There's nothing wrong with the way that she's working that. I just want that body bad. Come on baby, bring it back. I rap with a passion, yeah, I got it in me. I've been waiting quite a long time for y'all to hear me. It's about damn time you put some stock into me. You're either sponsoring me or fucking bothering me. And the fact is, we just practice on this madness. That is why your status is like a canvas. Chances our advancement is enhancing. And this new expansion's like a mansion. Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. And my high harass, I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse.